Hey, Com-100, all right, coming at you from the office. And let's go ahead and talk about your speech assignment. As you know from what I sent you, it is a 3 to 5 minute informative speech based on an international current event. Okay. Now let's go ahead and talk about this and break it down. Number one, your speech is to be informative, which means your goal is to inform us, to educate us, to inform and or educate us about something we may not have known before. That's what your goal is with an informative speech. So if there's one thing from you I don't want in this speech, is your opinion. Okay? That's going to come. That's where the persuasive speech comes from. All right? But for this particular assignment, I just want you to inform and or educate. Number two, current event. Has to be something that's happened within the last calendar year. Don't talk about after listening to my speech, my audience will know about World War II. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a current event, something that's happened within the last year. International. What that means is your speech, the topic of your speech, will have absolutely, positively nothing to do with the good old United States. Keep the U.S. out of your speech, all right? The United Nations recognizes approximately 194 sovereign nations in this world. Take away one, and that leaves 193. Now, let's go ahead and let me throw a little twist into the assignment, okay? If you would like, especially because a lot of you are either native to another country, were born somewhere else and came here, or your parents came here from another country, and even though you were born here, you still have close ties to the homeland you came from. There might be an annual festival or celebration that's celebrated in those countries. If you want to do your speech about one of those annual festivals or annual celebrations, go for it. As a matter of fact, it could actually be something that's celebrated even here in America, but they celebrate it differently in your home country. If you want to do a speech about that, go for it. But here's the twist. You don't have to be native to that country. If you find an annual festival or celebration in another country and you find it very interesting and would like to do your speech about that, go for it. Okay, go for it. Now, what I'm going to need from you, as soon as you can. Now, if you want to wait until Tuesday or wait until Wednesday in class, you can do that. But if you want to shoot me an email as soon as possible, so you can get started on your speech as soon as possible, then go ahead and email me a specific purpose statement. Now, as you can see from your handout that I gave you, that I emailed you, okay, it has to be worded one of two ways. After listening to my speech, my audience will know, or after listening to my speech, my audience will understand. Now, to give you some example of what these look like, I've sent you 3 speech outlines. Okay, these are full content outlines, which you're all going to be responsible for, and I'll give you a big heads up on those when we come back to class next week. But as you can see, you have 3 specific purpose statements from 3 excellent speeches. I want to point especially to the speech by Morrell. That was from March of 2020. It was right before the lockdown hit. And Morrell gave one of the best speeches I've had in like 5 years. Okay? Gives you a really good idea on topics, on how to organize your speeches and how to frame them. Now, come next week, I'm also going to bring in physical copies to the class so that before and after class, if you want to take a look at them, get an idea of topics or different ways that people presented their speeches, you're going to be more than welcome. You can look them over, you can take pictures of them. The only thing you can't do with my physical copies is walk out with them. If you get sticky fingers with one of my outlines, then I have to go ahead and get public safety to hunt you down. But otherwise, you'll have plenty of time and all the opportunity to take a look at what people have done in the past, from as far back as 2001 all the way until most recently. All right? So, if you can, shoot me an email with a specific purpose statement as soon as I say okay. And the reason why I just have to okay it is just to make sure you're within the parameters of the assignment. Here's what I mean. I've actually had people send me a specific purpose statement. After listening to my speech, my audience will know of the West Nile virus outbreak in the Bronx. Well, the last time I checked, the Bronx is in New York City, which means it's in the good old US of A, which means it's not good for this assignment. International. All right? So, I will see you in class next week, and if you can, get me an email with a specific purpose statement as soon as possible.